Nooney Noon, your boy. What's good, folks? Coming to you again. Just speaking about a few issues. As you guys know, I've been doing basketball players in Paterson, New Jersey. And I will also venture off into different cities in New Jersey and New York. So I don't know what I'm up to. Maybe I'm up to about 15 or 14 now. But if you've been watching my YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram, I started with part one, and now it's about 15. So if you get the opportunity, you want to take time to listen to my story. We all have a story to tell. I've been telling you folks that. Tell your story. So you'll hear names in Paterson and different cities also about bona fide ball players. Not necessarily NBA players or CBA players or the G League players or overseas, but just folks that I've ran across in my life travels and time on this planet that I consider ball players. So, moving right along. Oh, and hug somebody, y'all. Hug somebody. Let's stop all the animosity. Let's be, I would want to say, a loving race. So we're gonna start with Bruce Kirkland, School 6 area. Bobby Jeffries, James Stewart, John Johnson, Julio. Guido, School 15. Guido and myself started a league at School 15, which is called Sandy Hill Park back in the day. Talking around 1980. This older guy named Bob, he also helped orchestrated that for us. Bob looked like a fake portrait of Jesus Christ. You know, those paintings they put up saying it's Christ and it's like a blonde haired hippie type of guy. If you're around Bob, that's meant to be as a pun, but rest in peace if you're not. Very instrumental in getting things organized with Guido and myself. Freddie Frazier, Chops, Tremaine Wimberly, Alan Richardson, Alan Scott, Vernon McGill, Jumping Jet, Freddie Bethea. Freddie Bethea, rest in peace, was a high flying act, man. He was very good. Rest in peace. Billy Ellaby. So those are a few. Then we had Kevin Perry play with me, Tim Thomas and I in the lockout summer league game with Vince on the team, Vince Carter as well. Kevin was nice. Wavy. So those are some of the players, folks. That's Paterson. And here's something I want you guys to observe about the NBA, the National Basketball League. There's players I've played with that I've seen on benches. I don't know if it's their own desire not to become head coaches, but it's a shame how Mark Bryant, Reese Cheeks, Juwan Howard, just to name a few, has been on benches about 15 to 20 years, and they're hiring all these other coaches that with no experience. I don't understand. I just don't understand it. Mark Bryant was nice too, by the way, out of Branchburg Park. He was very tough competitor. And Mark played in the NBA too, I believe, for a couple of years. Hey, listen, if anybody, where's Tim Duncan? Why is Tim Duncan name never mentioned in the GOAT conversations? Where's Tim Duncan at? Tim was tough, man. Tim Duncan was tough. Okay, so that's basketball. The other day, my daughter and I, Samir, one of my daughters, Samir, is funny. She's beautiful, heart pure of gold. We was talking about these See, I'm a baby boomer, so she was trying to break down to me how that stuff works. You know, the Gens and Gen Zs and all of that stuff. And I found it very interesting because I didn't even know about these categories. But being a baby boomer, I just can't fathom this AI is just now they're making human beings, man. AI. I've seen a clip with trying to imitate, clone, not even clone, just making human beings. AI is very scary for a baby boomer. Um, I just don't feel that it's natural for uh, robots or something to replace the human nature of living, growing, and developing, and also giving us a little so-called less stress in jobs, chores, and tasks, and life to be very simple. That's not being humane. So, not that anyone wants their life to be more difficult, but that's part of living. That's how you grow and develop. Um, Also, I just wanted to mention that because I don't I don't approve of this AI and it's taking over everything. I mean, it's just speeding by everything. So that's my thoughts on that. You can give me your thoughts. And I don't know if you guys realize some things in life, such as how do I want to put this? Life such as your own self experience in growing up in the neighborhood you was raised and born in. I hear a lot of these rappers and a lot of folks that are celebrities or so-called athletes telling their stories. And please tell your story, but don't lie, and don't forget to tell about the real things in your story, such as like for instance, for example, what I'm saying is I hear some rappers talking about their drug life, and you know, they don't tell about the fact when they was robbed or jacked or punked in the street. They leave that out. You know, you want to tell the fact of how you sold drugs or how you was out there, but you don't tell the real whole story, the backstory. So the backstory, for those who don't know, if they're listening to these folks, there's always the backstory in terms of the negative side. The negative side, and the negative side is you've been robbed before. If you haven't been robbed before, you haven't been out there. And if you was lucky enough to slide through the cracks and wasn't jacked, you either did a lot of time or you did some time. But tell the whole story. Don't give me the glimmer and the glitter part of the story where kids can think that is nice to do. It's not nice to do, folks. So for the youth's sake, that's not the road to go down. Now, moving right along, I had a couple of issues here. Let me just get this straight. You guys remember COVID? We can't forget COVID. Every time you turn your television set on, or every time you listen to the news, you heard about this guy, Dr. Fauci. Where is Dr. Fauci now? For all you folks who took that shot, where's your boy at now? He was drilling it into you guys, Fauci. Take the shot, take the shot. And all of you, again, celebrities and so-called famous people attacked Kyrie Irving, attacked other folks like myself who didn't take the shot, who knew better. We didn't see birds dropping out of the sky, so we knew it wasn't airborne. And we did not, by any means, I won't call it naive, but be so, what's the word? Naive to think that something man-made could go into your body in a needle in a form and cure you of something that you knew nothing about, or so-called knew nothing about, which is COVID-19. So again, all of you folks, you sports that's Charles Barkley, Shaq, all of you Stephen A. Smith, all of you folks that had to cow down and apologize for your actions after New York gave all of their folks that money back who they terminated for not taking the shot. So stop believing all of these folks and jumping on these bandwagons because they're celebrities or they're so-called quote unquote more intelligent than you are, but they don't have common sense. God equipped us with common sense, so let's use our common sense going forward. And while I'm on that subject of common sense, get over the vote. Get over it, folks. It's over. If you Democrats or Republicans didn't like the candidates, you had, oh, there's no one out there. Stop using that sorry ass excuse. Get you a candidate for 2028. 24 is gone. It ain't even January 25th yet, and I see even the Republicans and Democrats, you guys are still on the airwaves and social media talking about Trump's good side and Trump's bad side and blah, 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 and blah, blah. Oh, who wants to hear that now? I don't want to hear it. I want to see some action done. So let's just see what's going on and prepare yourself for a good candidate. You sent a lady that faked like she was black up there, and she didn't do no research. She hasn't been in the media. She hasn't done no groundwork, and you put her out there, and then you attack black men, Jennifer Lewis, and say because we're stupid, you hate black men. And who are you? Who the hell are you? You're nothing but a loudmouth. We try to give you some props in giving you roles as these so-called quote-unquote mother of black people. Come on. You're not no mother or grandmother of mine. You had good acting skills, but who wants to hear, hey, get over there, go, yeah, I'm doing that. Come on, that sounds like that sounds like a drill sergeant. What are you talking about? You know, also, you folks have got to stop attacking each other. Where's the love at? That's like back in the day, the Christians, they lynched and hanged and put black people in the square and called themselves Christians. You guys are doing the same thing. You're contradicting whatever you believe in by keeping this so-called animosity or this hatred towards whoever was elected. Let it go. It's over. Let it go. And Republicans or white folks or black folks or whoever's bragging about the fact that Trump's in there, let that go. What's the sense in it? You know, so also these women and men who talk about each other, I ain't gonna mention their names now, maybe in my next video. When you're past 25, you know, I think you should reconsider some of your standards if you really want to have a life with someone in the future and stop placing demands on people. Like, you got to have a bag, you got to have this, you got to have that, or this person don't look too good, they're not so easy on the eyes, blah, 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 blah. Look inside a person's heart. If you want to be happy, if you don't want to be happy, then that's something different. Go ahead, by all means. Chase the bag, chase the money. So, my peoples, that is pretty much what Nooney Noon has to say tonight. Again, hug someone and remember the bullet points. Let it go. Prepare. And then keep God first, because if you don't keep God first, you know what happens. You lose. And this is why the person's in office that should be in office right now. God sees everything, and his plan is greater than ours. You know, and you know, there's ways that about him that we don't know, and we'll never know. So let's just give ourselves some no stress. You know. And also in my next topic, I'll be talking about you white folks or you authentic group of people that isn't foundational black folks. Not that I'm putting out us on a pedestal, but I just want you to understand, stop trying to push our culture under the rug and hide it from the youth, because all you're doing is making the youth more rebellious and more skeptical about your behavior and your history, your track record, your credit report. on one of my podcasts, I talked about that. John Benjamin, Let's Chop It Up, hosted by daughter Samia, is my YouTube channel. Check out my YouTube channel, folks. Love you guys. Your boy Nooney signing out.